Hi, this is a tutorial for Tears of the Kingdom. This is an advanced mid-air throw duping tutorial. That's the 1.2.0 duping where you throw and walk off a ledge. And this is focusing on materials or different ways to duplicate thrown materials. There are lots of new tricks that you won't see anywhere else except this video. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you the best way to dupe Zonai tech. I'll only do it once, and then we'll just analyze materials that you can throw. Okay, so put something in Link's hand, walk off the edge, hold D-pad up. Now for Zonai tech, in this menu, always release R first, then press X, and then release D-pad up. Okay, so the wing I've thrown, and it's back in my inventory, it's duped. So that is for Zonai tech, always dupe that way. If you want to see more advanced tips about Zonai tech, there's a link in the description. Okay, so now we're going to duplicate this large Zonai using the same exact inputs. Walk off the edge, hold D-pad up, I'm going to let go of R and drop with X. Okay, so Link threw this Zonai, and this one dropped out the inventory. So it works, there's nothing wrong with it. But of course, if I do the same thing with a ruby, let me just run away from that horse so I don't kill it again. Its name is Horse. I caught it specifically for this video, and it has had a very rough life. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same exact inputs with this. So when the menu's there, release R, drop with X, and of course it throws the ruby. I have duped the ruby, but the one that I threw blew up. So yeah, a lot of comments and most of the YouTube videos are talking about the recall method. So of course, for things that explode, it's better to keep holding R from that menu. So walk off, hold D-pad up. From here, keep holding R and drop with X, and aim somewhere you can throw nicely and select recall. So that works. That's the recall method. So I'm just going to auto build something because why am I ascending up there? Alright, so I might kill the horse if I do that. Alrighty-o. So I'll do that one more time with the ruby. I'll walk off the ledge, hold D-pad up, I'll drop with X, and I'm still holding R, and then I'll throw and select recall. I'll do it a third time. Come here. Okay, so that is pretty easy, but there are other ways to do it that we've discovered today because of a speedrunner named TheRoolander, and TheRoolander worked out how to do something called MTD cancel, which I'll try to show you now, but I might make a mistake. So I have lots of pre-recorded videos of me doing that. Now the thing is, for MTD cancel, you can cancel with throw animations sometimes by pressing the L button. So while you can see this in Link's hand, but if I press L, it activates Ultra Hand and it sort of cancels the throw hold. But if I'm in the middle of throwing and I time it just right, so I'm going to drop with X, and I want to release, keep holding R while the menu's up, and you want to release R just when you hit the ground, and then press L. So I'm going to try and do that now. So I'm going to I'll drop, keep holding R, then release R a moment later, and then press L. So I'm going to do that, drop, and I stuffed it up. But I did drop my ruby. So yeah, I'll show a quick clip, and I burnt my platform. So I'll show a quick clip of me doing that correctly, and we'll talk about. So I've just been playing with that, learning that today, and this is the same technique done correctly. All right, so I'm dropping. Just going to pause there. I'm about to drop with X, and you'll see something happen when Link lands. All right, so he nearly threw it, but he didn't. And it's come back in his inventory. So watch it a second time, and I'll pause it, hopefully on the right frame. That it's dropped, and then okay, you saw it happen. there it is. So Link has actually begun throwing it. At that point in the game, the ruby leaves Link's, like, the inventory, and then it cancels it with the L press, in this case fuse, and then the ruby ends up back in the inventory. So you don't have to run over and pick it up again or recall it back and wait. So this is like a speedrunner's choice. Now I've been playing with that, and this is a good chance to talk about inventory management. It's taken me a long time to scroll. This dupe kind of sucks casually, but there is a way to manipulate it. Just always, I'm trying to dupe the thing at the front of inventory because I hadn't worked out that no, it's best to leave it at the end of your inventory. It's easier that way. It's less menuing, right? So that's a cancel with ascend because other abilities work. And we'll skip that one. So this is me failing the first time, but I'm trying to demonstrate that I don't have to do it in the first jump. So you can jump a second time, and if you stuff up the timing, you're screwed. Now the reason it didn't work is I held down L instead of just tapping L. So now, right, I stuffed it up. Okay, so we're going to do the dupe. All right, we dupe the ruby, and for the actual one in Link's hand, we're going to jump and then do MTD cancel by pressing L. So that cancels the throw, puts it back in Link's inventory. Now then, because of that, I thought there must be other ways to cancel it, and other ways to cancel the throw animation. And I worked out this paraglider trick. So that's a demonstration. I duped the apple, it's back in my inventory. So this, MTD cancel the original way, the speedrunner's way, I find it really hard, but this is actually like really easy. And again, like it involves letting go of R instead of holding R like in the recall method. So what you want to do is put something in Link's hand, and then we're going to jump off the edge and do the D-pad up menu as we do, the D-pad up. Now from here, we're going to let go of R and then to spam X. Okay, so I've dropped the Zonai charge and it's also back in my inventory. Now I'm going to do that again with the large Zonite and demonstrate the menu thing here. All right, so large Zonite is not at the end of the inventory. It is there, but if I throw it, it's gone from the inventory. When I pick it up again, it's there. So we have like thrown the Zonite. So I'll dupe this large Zonite. No, I'll do a ruby because I'm not going to explode. Using this paraglider method to do MTD cancel. So if you hold D-pad up and then release R and then spam X. Okay, so what I want to point out is I've dropped that ruby, and the duped ruby is at the end of the inventory as though Link has actually thrown it and picked it up. So it's like the throw animation begins, it leaves the inventory, and then when you cancel it with the paraglider, it comes back in. So that's MTD cancel by a paraglider. Now I'm not going to use a ruby for this because this poor horse, but we'll see if we can do the same MTD cancel by landing on a horse. Now I'm just doing that to get the right height and direction. Right, so hopefully I don't throw this Zonai charge at my horse. I'm going to walk off the edge, hold D-pad up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold R when I drop with X, and then I'm going to release R a little bit after that to time it so that Link is in the throwing animation just as he lands on the horse. So here we go, drop with X, release R a moment later, and I have done it correctly. Okay, so I dropped and duped a Zonai charge, and then the Zonai charge left my inventory because it was half thrown, and then it came back. Now I'm just going to try this with a ruby on this ledge, just test the distance. All right, cool. So this should work well. Oops, I moved my horse. Oh, it'll still work. Famous last words. Hopefully I don't blow up the horse again. So, right, now I've got this ruby. Want to land on the horse and do MTD cancel with a horse. So, no, that wasn't it. Alrighty. Try again. And if I don't get it this time, I'll show you a clip. Alright, so I'm going to walk off the ledge, hold D-pad up. And I've stuffed it up again. One more try. Walk after lead deep. Walk, 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 walk. I will do this because it's funny if the horse dies. Well, not funny. It's not a real horse in real life, so. Alright, this should work. So when you're closer to the horse, you can release R in this menu and drop with X. And I've duped a ruby and dropped one, and the other one's left my inventory. Now the idea is that with the horse method, you can end up doing this. You jump on, if you got the timing right. Now each time with this distance, I'm releasing R before dropping with X, and you can get into a rhythm and dupe things quite quickly. Differently to using a platform, you can use a horse. So I just wanted to show you that. That is MTD cancel using a horse. So I found those two cancel methods today, using a horse and a paraglider. They both have their advantages. One clip of the paraglider being used. Again, which one is it? Probably this one. Okay, so this is the MTD cancel with the paraglider, and I'm trying to do 2-in-1 drop. So that's the paraglider method. I'm releasing R and spamming X while the D-pad menu is up. So doing it again. So I just wanted to try to work out if the paraglider method could be used. So I've managed to get 3 din rails fangs out of 1 in sort of 1 drop, but definitely the horse that I showed you was definitely faster. Let's just see that again. And yeah, so this is definitely faster than the paraglider, but it's probably a little bit harder because you have to time the thing with the horse. But with the paraglider, you can just spam X. So yeah, you've got the normal method where you let go of R and while that menu is up, and that does not work for exploding materials. But if you use any of the other 3 methods, the recall method, so I'll just do them all quickly, shall I? Yes. So do the horse method, don't screw it up. And if I do screw it up, I'll kill my horse, so that'll be fun. I can't believe the horse has survived this video. This has got to go on the internet. That horse has gone through so much. Alright. No, it wasn't alright at all. My finger slipped off the D-pad button. Okay, this will work. I didn't throw the ruby. I did it. So that's the horse method. Then there's the paraglider method. Do the paraglider method. And so these all work for exploding items. Paraglider, which is releasing R and spamming X while the D-pad menu's up. And we'll do the recall method. And I didn't pick up that ruby. Okay, so I'll do the recall method, which is you keep holding R, throw ready when you're ready, and select recall to get it back so it doesn't explode. And you can also do, which I guess I'll call it the Zonai method, which is which you can't do with exploding items, but that is to, while you're holding D-pad up, release X, and just throws and drops at the same time. So I've shown you basically 4 different ways to do this dupe. And as I said in my basic tutorial, the higher the platform, the easier, but the shorter it is, the quicker. So there's a platform for that. And there's a link in the video to Sushi's tutorial for how to use this technique with dispenser storage. And with dispenser storage, you can get beyond the 20 item limit that the game has. And so, yeah, you can pick it up and keep doing it. I'll see if this is actually low enough for the paraglider method, and it is. So, yeah, if you build a little platform, you can do the paraglider method. You don't have to do the recall if you don't want to. There are actually many options. So there we go. So that's a fair bit about material duping. So I'm going to do some shout outs and stuff now. As I said, link in description to Sushi's tutorial, which I think is the first time someone did this platform, and now there's a bunch of videos with this platform. Also a link to an XWeaver X video where you combine this with dispenser storage, and you can end up with you can end up with more than 21 items. So just spawn some rockets. There you go. Yeah, so my other video, which will be advanced, will be all about Zonai tech, and you'll understand why sometimes I can spawn things into the world, or sometimes it'll dupe, or while the deep won't work. So yeah, Zonai stuff's a bit different. There are actually, again, more options than just the main dupe everyone's doing for Zonai tech. So if you want to learn more about this dupe, check out my videos. And big shout outs to the creators of the inventory shift dupe, which I'll actually just do. Let's see, what have I got in my inventory? Perfect. Alright, so we'll drop this. And so shout out to the creators of inventory shift duplication, because that's what led to me creating and discovering this glitch. I'm not throwing anything, I'm doing different. So I'm just going to eat this, hold these. And yeah, so the creators of that glitch, Big Ducko, Zas, Puke, Blizzard Blank, and Max Smasher, and I was just trying to copy that, basically, and found a whole new duping system. And so shout out also to Puke for working the walk-off method. Originally, yeah, I will say, you can jump. You can actually jump, but if you try to drop straight away, it won't work. But if you're close enough to the ground, it will sometimes work. So there is a jump method, but the walk-off method was discovered by the glitch hunter Puke, so thanks Puke for that. There we go, I got it to work, so you can actually jump. Just wanted to show you that. I'll be more about that in the Zonai video. And lastly, for the TheRoolander Jr., GG again for the sub 1 hour. GG's for the sub 1 hour, no amiibo on the latest patch 1.2.0. With no amiibo, it can be done. That means anyone with Tears of the Kingdom can finish it in under 1 hour if they try hard enough. And so I've got some links in the description about that. There's 2 TheRoolanders run, so you can see this dupe being used quite a lot, I believe, and also see the creator of MTD Cancel use MTD Cancel in a run. So that's all I have to say about items. It's been nearly 20 minutes. There'll be another like 20-minute video on Zonai tech. Thanks for your patience. Links in description. Subscribe if you want more Tears of the Kingdom videos, and if you want more people to see this video, click like and comment with, well, if you like commenting, comment too. So thanks. I'll check the links for the other videos in this series, and thanks for your patience. Have a nice day.